What's going on, everyone, everywhere, never fear. Logan J's here, back with another sneaker review. Now, today I got a pickup that I've been looking forward to the fall of last year when I first saw pictures and they released them in China, and I was waiting and waiting, and they never released from that website. They just released last month from that website, which is called Avia is Back. So if you're looking for some Avias that are more true to specs and higher quality leather and craftsmanship, higher price, all that stuff, go there. And then these are from the Avia. I'll put a link below if you're looking for these. And these are being sold in connection with Amazon. The company that owns Avia is Galaxy, and so how Avia is Back is releasing the pairs is kind of like, from what I read, something where they bought the rights or something from Europe, and they're able to do those releases. So it's totally separate, and now Avia is using what they've built up a little bit with the hype and stuff over a year with the 880 and the 855 that they released now. Kind of like they were getting info, and so they were like, oh, they're gonna release these, so let's get on it, and we're gonna release our own as well. So be on the lookout for more colorways from Avia is Back on the 855. Right now there's 3 colorways of the 855 on Avia. And yeah, it's a little bit weird what's going on, because everybody's like, oh, I got my sneakers already. Like, I'm doing the sneaker review now with the 855, while Avia is Back, when they did the release at the beginning of May, they actually were trying to do the release at the end of March, and then there was a delay and all this stuff, and there's only 1,000 pairs of the 880 and 500 pairs of the 830, and so I don't know, it's a niche market, very low numbers. There's not that many people into high tops, and know really about Avia is a forgotten brand that once was, the face of NBA, but because they did have the advertisement and everything, they had star players and everything, but over the years, everybody's just settled in on Nikes, and Nike always capitalizing and picking up certain players, and the designs over the years, and re-releasing classic silhouettes and doing it more than other companies. There's a tendency to just be like, oh, those are better, when you're just being focused because the other brands have lost their luster, but doesn't mean that these designs and whatnot are not that good. That's up to you to decide. I'm just here to show you my pickup and let you know how I feel and everything. So first off, they sent them to me because I ordered 2 pairs, the 880 and the 855, and they're called Legacy. So the Legacy is what they're calling it or whatever, but like I said, the Avia is Back. If you're keeping along with this whole thing, aviasback.com, they're keeping it true to specs. So I'm thinking the same is for the 855, but for the 880 it seems like they did it a little bit more of a higher top than the ones from Avia. And I'm waiting on my pair, so be on the lookout for that one. After I do this review and do the 880 review, I'll be comparing the heights on those, so you can see there's going to be little differences. And I don't know about the leather being that much better, because the leather that they use is pretty good. They're not using say Air Jordan 1 mid / dunk plastic leather. We've seen Anvil, and other people, they show the leather grades, and when they start burning the leather, how it leaves the residue, and they rub it off, and you can see that they're using a plastic leather coating. So, but yeah, they're using good quality leather is what I would say. So for the price as well, And in another channel, the one guy, he cuts down purses, wallets, everything that has to do with leather, and he tells you about what the leather costs. And leather doesn't cost that much, but depending on your company, they're gonna upcharge. Say he did do a Louis Vuittons, and the pricing of it, what was it, the one, he said all this stuff, and to build and everything to make the purse or whatever, it came out to $230, and the retail value that Louis Vuitton was asking for was 2,500 or so, over 2,000. It was like 10 times more of what, you know, it costs to make. So that just goes to show you they can charge that much because they're, you know, a the luxury brand of all luxury brands, you know, so they can do that, and that they can afford to do that. As Jordan brand is going to try to dip their feet in the luxury brand market, because they will be releasing $1,500 Jordans from their own thing, you know, from their own company. They're not going to be using Christian Dior or any Louis Vuitton connection to the high fashion. From what I've seen, it's looking like, you know, they're doing it their own selves. So they did do the Pinnacle series, was it 2015 for the 30th anniversary, and they were costing, I believe, $400 retail. So, you know, they felt like, okay, we can sell them at $400. The ones that they did sold out. A couple, they didn't. Well, the one, the brown one, the other ones sold and people enjoyed them. The Batch Tan one was a favorite of everyone, and I don't know what they're going for, but they feel like they are going to go up even higher into the realm of the luxury brand, and you're going to be charging $1,500. Now, as far as the whole shipping and everything, they sent it to me in a bag and it damaged both boxes. Let's get into it after 8 minutes basically of talking. So, but here you go. Here's the box. You got your grid pattern, Avia in red. It says high performance athletic footwear. The box is all damaged there. You can see. Got your picture there. Show you the bottom of the box there. And you have Avia, like I said, Legacy 855, and it is Arctic Wolf and Amazon Green, they're calling it. Then you have the style code of the sneaker, AA50179MCG. Get you a close look at that right here. You're wondering. And so the box comes up. See the inside. Now, kind of a box here, and your tissue paper. There's one tissue paper. It's got the Avia branding all throughout. And so this pair, here we go. Woo! Woo! Yes. So first off, I'll show you this pamphlet that they put on right here. Nice little touch, old school vibe. You know, recently Jordan brand does this too with Air Jordan 1 85 OGs. So this is cool that they're always throwing it in there. Doesn't cost much to throw that in there and make the sneaker feel a little bit special. Nothing crazy, you know. So here we have them. Starting out with your rubber outsole here, you got hits of green on your pivot point there. Avia, you got US patent pending numbers and whatnot. You got this like beige going around the heel, and then the forefoot area here is sale hits. Same thing on your midsole here. You have this sale beige almost. Yeah, it's more like a beige there. And same with the stitching there, as well as on the heel. You have your EVA there in green and white, as well as in the medial. I like how that blends with this heel stabilizer here. And in the medial, it has the Avia right there. And 855, let you know right there. And you have your embroidered on Avia in green. And your upper has a smooth and tumbled leather upper. So on your mudguard area, as you can see, and your heel counter area here has more of that tumble. And above that, you can see it's smooth leather, perforated leather, more right here on your vamp area and on your U-throw area there. You have this TPU wing here, hold you down, support. You got your metal eye stays in green, and then beige at the top. You got a nice little padded collar for comfort, support, and leather feels really nice there. And you have a nylon and mesh, and back up on top some more nylon tongue. At the top of the tongue you got this tag. So it says for the fast game, 855. Get your basketball there. Little bounce, similar to the New Balance. The what is it? The 550s. Totally forgot. It's because this has the 855 and got all these numbers going on. So yeah, and you have these sail laces, almost off-white. As you can see, there's a little bit of a quality issue here with the green that rubbed off there. I don't know how. You figure they let these dry and got a little bit of rubbing off of paint there from the eye stay. You got a nice beige sock liner insole as well, and then the Avia branding in green. And the back here you have your whole lettering in black, let you know. So yeah, really nice, sleek sneaker. I do have the 550 to like show you like really quick side by side. You're wondering like how they look, and they're about the same design, you know, like same height and everything. They're from the same era, so this is heavily New Balance DNA, of course, and this is the Avia DNA. But it does have that classic 80s retro. You got this heel counter, same thing. It just goes on a little longer towards the mudguard. Well, this cuts off, and then your mudguard here, same like up and down design. The 550 looks a little bit more of a rounded design. This, you got more of the traditional, comes up, stops, as you know. This one does come up more towards the middle of the vamp area, you know. So, and then you got this whole like support thing going on right there, while this one uses this style of technology to lock you down there. So I just wanted to like show you, you know, side by side, you know, how they look. You're wondering the cut, angle, whole support. Looks a little bit more wider on the Avia, as they do use this different technology. I'll show you the outsole really quick. You know, so here you go. As you can see, it looks a little bit more slender, the 550. And as far as the colors too, so more of a beige looking, as this one looks more just like a off-white color. And you can see the midsole, sail and beige here. Just kept the old beige colorway with this one, and brought out just to show you the cut and, you know, the fast game. As you know, when Kobe did it, it was like, oh, you know, everybody should be doing it, and then now all we see is Kobe Pro Retro, especially the 6. Everybody loves the 6, so, and especially this one. This is like the all-time greatest Kobe sneaker right here, the Grinch. Nothing higher. Had to have these. Love them. Must own, in my opinion. And so just want to show you the height. Now the Kobe, it's got more of a wider, as this is more of a newer design. Came out in 2010. because these came out in the late 80s, so it's got like 20-something years on it, and you know, as you can see, but it is the same height. Make sure, as you can see, Scottie Pippen wore these, so anybody wondering, like, okay, so you got the Scotties and the Kobe's, and here you go. And anybody wondering, oh, are these, because sometimes people ask me, are these good for basketball? Yeah, they're good for basketball. You can get more modern sneakers, but people still use the older, you know, Jordan styles that still sell, and people are wearing them on court. So you can wear these, but you know, you can wear more newer technologies. It seems like Avia is not in the market right now for the newer basketball products, but these were used for years, so you can still use them. It's up to you, you know. Scottie wore these for a couple years, just like Kobe wore his Adidas when he had his run and he won 3 straight championships. He was using the same sneaker, and I believe Scottie was wearing these for a couple years. So yeah. And I do have Air Jordan 4 out here in pine green, and it does have a similar vibe. As you can see, there's more sail, more lighter, toned down, and the green pops a little bit more. You got your gum hits there, a little hit of red, of course. So there you go. And as you can see, the Air Jordan 4 is a little bit higher cut, not that much. So these were, oh, you won't be able to see it, but yeah, these are a little bit of a higher cut than these. So yeah, Scottie was likened to wear low tops way before everybody else, and you know, he was playing with Jordan. Jordan, I guess anything that's better for the business of Nike, and he convinced Scottie to come to Nike. You know, I mean, he saw what he was wearing, and he was like, man, they're doing good. And you know, they probably were telling him, see if you can get Scottie to come to Nike too. And but they never gave him a deal till years later, when he was in the 5th or 6th ring, I don't even remember. It was years in, and then they finally gave him his line. But he was promoting other Nikes for the longest. What Avia should have done was possibly gave him his own line, but they let him go to Nike, as Jordan was the first to have a line. But I don't know about him having the deal that Jordan got, you know. But maybe Avia was like what we saw Air. It was like, yeah, with Adidas, it was like, yeah, we're not doing all that. Like, we ain't gonna give nobody a line. It's like, we don't have that much money or budget. They didn't see what Nike saw, and Jordan was like, yeah, we need to move in, and that helped them, you know, because a lot of people remember the flight line with Scottie wearing them, and Scottie winning championships with Nike, you know. So that's what happened. But they still had Clyde Drexler, John Stockton, Joe Dumars. Naeem told me, which I forgot, I didn't even remember, Willis Reed. He played for the Atlanta Hawks with Dominique Wilkins. Dominique was rocking Reeboks. You know, there was so many people rocking different brands. You know, it wasn't just one company. You know how we have with Nike, LeBron, KD, Kyrie, John Morant, PG. You know, just the whole, like, they all got their thing. You know, so it's like, and Adidas has James Harden, Dame Lillard. You know, they all got their players, but you know, it was just the wrong time. He was like a pioneer, Scottie, and he didn't get his chance to get his line earlier than what he should have. You know, he set it up for other people in the future, and you know, it is what it is. That's what happens when you're a pioneer like that. You know. But yeah, all I'm saying is this is a great sneaker. This sneaker, it fits very tight on me. I got these in an 11, thought these were going to be true to size, and so I went up and I went with a different colorway, but I will be getting these later. But I just wanted to do a review, and yeah. So be on the lookout for another review of these later on, different colorway, much shorter video. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's your boy Logan J, and I'm signing out. Peace.